Welcome to the tutorial on how to configure the advanced ad hoc options for the Get Mail module in PageGate. In this tutorial, we'll be going over how to configure the two different methods of ad hoc email reading. The first step is to run the PageGate Admin, so go to your Start menu, go to Programs, find the PageGate Program group, and left-click on the PageGate Admin. Once the admin comes up, left-click on the plus sign next to the interfaces. Left-click on the plus sign next to Get Mail, and then left-click on the plus sign next to Settings under Get Mail. When you do, you should see these three options expanded. Right now, the only one we're interested in is Ad Hoc. Before we begin, Ad Hoc Messaging allows you to keep a non-static recipient list within the program. This means that the ID to send messages to may be included as part of the data transmission rather than having to match a specific recipient's name in the program. Both ways require you to configure ad hoc recipients within the program, so if you're unsure on how to do that, please watch our tutorial on configuring different recipient types at our website, www.notepage.net. Also, the ad hoc function in PageGate is only available with licenses of 5,000 recipients or more. The first method of ad hoc messaging requires PageGate to host an email domain, and is done here. So, left-click on the ad hoc option. Put a check in Enable Ad Hoc Mail. Left-click on Add. Enter the starting ID for the range of numbers that should be accepted and then sent to the ad hoc recipient. Enter the ending ID for the range of numbers that should be accepted and then sent to the ad hoc recipient. Lastly, select an ad hoc recipient from the list of available ad hoc recipients. In this example, I'm going to say that the starting ID is 1000, and the ending ID is 5000, and that the ad hoc recipient is the ad hoc note page recipient. This tells the program that any email sent to a numerical value between 1000 and 5000 at the local domain should go to the ad hoc note page recipient. To give a more specific and clearer example, let's say that someone sends an email to 1494@tutorial.com. Now, I don't actually have a specific recipient named 1494. However, since I've specified this ad hoc range, the program will accept the message and use 1494 as the ID to send through the ad hoc note page recipient. After specifying the range and recipient, left-click on Apply. The second method of ad hoc messaging can be used when PageGate is hosting a domain or by tying an ad hoc recipient to an email address. If PageGate is hosting a domain, then the ad hoc recipient is a valid email address on the domain. To use my recipient from earlier, ad hoc note page, that means that adhocnotepage@tutorial.com is a valid email address. If somebody sends an email to that email address that has a numerical sequence in the subject line, the program will use the numerical sequence as the ID to message. Also, if you have tied the ad hoc note page recipient to an email address, anytime someone sends an email to that email address that this recipient is tied to, that includes a numerical sequence as the subject line, the program will use the numerical sequence as the ID to message. This concludes the tutorial on how to configure the advanced ad hoc options for the Get Mail module in PageGate. For more tutorials, including how to configure other modules in PageGate, please visit our website, www.notepage.net.